All right, welcome to Red Branch, where times are tough and friendship is magic. It's worth saying that there's probably going to be some mature content. So if mature content's not your thing, go away because there's probably going to be some mature content. Um, Sean and Maeve are not eating mangoes, though Sean is certainly thinking about it as they walk this wall for what Sean estimates is the 500th time during this day, night. It's hard to tell since it's overcast either way. There's just overcast and darker overcast, and then darkest overcast. Sean looks down at the wall, probably sees nothing other than rocks and the occasional woodland creature, and then looks back at Maeve as they embrace the constant driving rains of winter. Is our shift over yet?
I think so. We just need to keep going until someone comes to relieve us. We're all huddled up in like a fucking jacket, just.
Yeah. Hey, just think, Maeve. If we make it through the winter rain, we can look forward to the spring rain and then the summer rain.
Like the summer rain.
Oh, but then there will be the fall rain, followed once again by the winter rain.
No, not taking the winter rain. It's cold.
Look, if Ireland knows how to do one thing, it's how to stay hydrated.
Oh my god.
Staying hydrated is important, Maeve.
Oh, why are you like this? Did you at least put something hot in your canteen?
No, because then the canteen would burn me.
Frowny face.
Look, this canteen has something that has been a great friend to me staying hydrated at all times.
I'm pretty sure you could just turn your face up.
It's apple juice.
Just turn your face up and open your mouth. You'll be super hydrated.
Maybe I'll fucking do that when it rains apple juice.
I'm not gonna lie, that gets a good snicker. Fucking goddamn it.
I feel a little scared that'd be a much stickier world that we live in.
Oh my god. So, Sean?
Yes.
Good. All that stuff you said.
Maeve, I'd say a lot of shit. You need to narrow this down.
Well, yeah, but only like around me or Albert or Fiona. The rest of the time, you pretty much don't say anything.
Which brings you as one of the greatest keepers of the catalog of shit that I say. So still.
The part where you're asking if I would throw rocks at you if you were my bannerman.
I was just fucking around, Maeve.
I know. But if things go really crazy, like everyone always seems to think they will, and I was suddenly super duper important, you'd be my bannerman, right?
Are you asking, like, is this a scenario in which you are the queen?
I don't know. I'm not really
Or is
sure
this like a scenario in which you're like a duchess? If you want to talk me through this,
I mean, I feel like any of
duchess, not a countess.
I mean, don't any of them get bannermen?
I don't know that much about nobility, Maeve.
I don't either. It's the most comically like frustrated confession. Like, I don't either. And I hate it. Ugh.
Well, then maybe I don't know. Maybe ask like Angela or somebody to throw together like a fucking like a slideshow. No, like in slides, like through a projector.
Slideshow would be pretty good.
Yeah, like a how to be a Fiona nobleman slideshow.
That'd be pretty good. I'd probably ask Fiona. But if some if I could have bannermen,
in the event that you could somehow retain Bannerman, yes.
It's just the big broad smile.
No, look, Maeve, I'm not even sure that's how it works. I don't think that you can just like wave a stick and say poof, you're a Bannerman, or wave a stick and say poof, you're a knight.
I mean,
Like those things have
they
been
used to
hereditary
literally
for
do that. You know,
I
they
mean,
did the tappy tap and boom, knight.
Look,
I mean, there were trials and stuff and all that, but
I'm pretty fucking sure it's like an actual complicated process, and it's predominantly like genetic, or not genetic, but
well, no, because
hereditary. There we go.
I mean, John, think about it. Every great family started with a normal person.
Yeah, but
I mean, how do you think they even got there?
I don't fucking know.
I mean, one normal person achieved something amazing, and their family carries the torch.
Do you want like the textbook answer of how feudalism works? I remember vaguely the textbook answer.
There's a scowly face. Like it's a little over the top. Just you're obviously deflecting me here. Scowly face.
Like these days, I think it's just kind of come down to like hereditary stuff.
I'm pretty sure most banner houses happen because the household swears loyalty and becomes a banner house.
Well, yeah, in like 1010, it's 2003.
Why wouldn't it still happen now? We still have. She glances vaguely in the direction of the stables. We still have knights in armor.
I mean, probably because it's been 993 years since 1010, Maeve.
We still have a king?
We do.
There are still houses and banner houses.
Look, Maeve, I don't know what you're looking for from me here, but I really don't have a lot of great answers about how this works.
I wasn't asking how it worked. I was just asking if you'd say yes.
Unless you go crazy and start lighting entire towns on fire for no reason.
Just But I see what you did there. But Maeve is scandalized. I assure you that if I was to light a town on fire, it would be for a very good reason. And probably to save an entire set. You know, when all of your people kind of rely on you.
Look,
it's weird.
Under the current circumstances, I wouldn't mind, but it would complicate our relationship.
What's this crunchy face? Thoughtful one. Now she's thinking.
And keep in mind, you'd be elevating me to a status that I have no preparation or standing in.
I mean, I don't either, so. Heaves a shrug.
You have standing, you just don't have preparation. In fact, one could say you have some of the most standing.
I mean, that doesn't mean I know what I'm doing. I don't think my fairy tales really equate to accurate current knowledge base.
No, which is why you should probably, at the first convenience, actually, I'd want to be there if you asked Fiona if I'm Premon for a slideshow.
I mean, she's around. You do see her.
There's like a glance over, and there she fucking is in the face.
I mean, she's not like
walking
towards you guys. You just see her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Her silvery blonde hair is not fucking hard to spot, really. Let's be real.
She's just over there, Maeve. I bet she has a slideshow.
I mean, I bet she could actually teach a whole lesson, but isn't it different for Silverfangs than Fiona?
I mean, it's different for Silverfangs, but there's a lot of pressure on them to understand the hierarchies and social tendencies of every tribe because they're the king of the nation. She had to go to cram school for that shit. It was fucking headache-inducing to hear about.
It was just kind of the quirk of a part, like, wait.
Okay. Let me lay it out to you like this. Fiona was born not just into a noble family, but into one of the predominant noble families amongst the tribe that's considered essentially the noble family of the nation. The pressure on her since day one has been immense. Her entire life has been spent preparing to either lead amongst kinfolk or lead amongst Guru. And now she's a Guru, so that's pretty much put out for her. If anybody was to have had all of this jammed into their head nonstop and viciously, it would be her. Same could be said of pretty much anyone who was born noble and held to a certain standard. Why do you think Daniel's wind out was so fucking tight? Way the world's on that kid's shoulders like every fucking day. So I try to go easy on him. Anyway.
It's like the pat on the arm, like, oh, you're so, good man, Sean. You try. Pat. Yeah. Are the guys here? She like glances around just to see if like she can even see the oncoming, next shift.
No.
I mean,
the people you're with on shift, different parts are Fiona, Orla, and Shadow Step.
oh boy. So she's just on a different section of the wall.
Yep. You could easily walk over towards her.
Oh.
Walk over towards any of them, really.
Yeah, fuck it. I mean, conversation does help pass the time. Corks a grin, like, eh.
Sure. Sean has an apple to go with his apple juice now.
She actually glances around as they're heading that way. That's Gorla too. I think her family's a manor house.
We could. Albeit I agree with your instincts to start with a Galliard.
She'll be very enthusiastic. Or
Yeah.
very disinterested in the whole topic. One or the other.
She's kind of been waiting to beat this stuff into my head sooner or later.
Yeah. Maeve waddles aggressively in that direction. Oh, which I mean, she just kind of skirts along at least to the next point where she's out of the rain, waiting for Sean to lumber, and then continues. Because time to ambush Fiona with random questions.
Fiona just looks over and she's just sharpening one of her blade with a piece of the whetstone. Just glances over her shoulder. She's wearing like a fur thing over her jacket as well, so she's not freezing cold.
I mean, truth be told, I imagine all of them have at least a couple items of wool just so they don't die.
Mm-hmm. Fiona has the kind of like the jacket's woolen. It's like got a hood on it and everything she can put over as well. So she's just looking out over the walls. Pretty chill. Pretty laid back.
Hey, Fiona?
Yeah? What did you see?
Nothing. The wall. Grass. Rocks.
I think there was a bird.
She just glances at the both of you with the kind of like, well, then what the fuck are you over here type stare. Do you know what I mean?
I just wanted to ask you a question, if you didn't mind.
Yeah, she kind of just sets the sword against the wall, so it kind of just hangs there. It doesn't fall down back in its sheath.
It has come to my attention that I know absolutely nothing about how titles actually work in the nation at all. I'm pretty sure the books I've read don't really translate well to the reality.
Yeah, she kind of just stares at you a bit, like tilting her head. In what sense of titles? You mean rank or?
No, I understand rank, but actually,
She just nods like, "Oh, thank God." You know what I mean? There was that split second where she kind of had that look on her face, like, "Oh,
like, please God, no." She very quickly was like, "Oh, no." Like, there's a little hand wave and
There was
everything.
that like split second where she was like, "Wait a minute, what?" You know what I mean? Huh?
No, like I don't know how a Panner house comes about. I know who I'm related to, but I don't know what that means as far down the line as I am. I don't understand actual titles.
All right. She just folds her arms and leans up against the stone. It's different for Fianna. But from what I remember, each Fianna Sept will have a Rai, which is the king. Essentially, it's like a chieftain or warlord.
That
It's an
bet at least she
equivalent.
can nod to.
It's equivalent to that. And then there's the Ard Rai, High King. You know, she kind of gives the hand gesture, like, meh.
Yeah. I'll noddle again. Like, all right, these two I've got. Yeah.
He is advised. A Rai is lead set, but he's also advised by a council. So they would be typically composed with the three wisest and most learned Fianna. So, for example, Warder, Wormfoe, Right Master. They'll be the council. Probably True Catcher too. She adds with 4.
Yeah, there's like that little thoughtful frown, and then she's like, probably Truthcatcher too. And there's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Little nod.
But you see, I imagine the way the True Catcher is probably what is called the Taunishta, which is the second in charge, which is typically Beta. So the council will have to meet him. He leads it, and then they bring the Rai into office. Typically, say if the Rai were to fall in battle or to step down, he would take over temporary leadership until a new Rai was chosen.
Is the new Rai chosen by the council?
She leans over. No, it's not chosen by the council. It also, you know what I mean? It's a good thing to have, if you get what I'm saying.
Still a bit of a nod.
Normally, candidates would appear, and the council would make their decision, if you get what I'm saying. But candidate, you know, it's that type of thing.
I admit I always kind of wondered because I get a lot of attention, but I thought ranks were earned with challenge. So
ranks are ranks, but titles are different things. You can gain an Adrian child. You can become an Adrian. But is being an Adrian worthy of leading a sept? Is being an Adrian worthy of becoming Wormfoe? You know, she kind of gives that hand gesture. You know, it's just because you hold the rank doesn't mean you're going to be able to hold the position. You know?
Okay.
You could be a very successful Adrian, but a terrible Wormfoe. You know?
Yeah, it's like, okay, this makes sense to me.
So there could be challenges, competitions, or if it's a unanimous decision, once the Rai is elected, he chooses a new second command, but he also chooses a new council. But it's not oftentimes. That's unless it's completely precedented, if you get what I'm saying. You know, most of the time, most Rais will go with the same council because, let's be real, normally they succeed. No, normally they succeed through a Rai's death or abdication due to something. Do you know what I mean?
That's a bobble.
It's only in the extreme chances of, say, political challenges, that's when things get replaced. Because, you know, it's the hierarchy of things.
Okay.
See, Superfangs are very different. But with Fianna, from what I understand, it's very... There's different ways to do it. However, one thing is clear among you. The idea of a challenger being shown as physically weak does create a sense of doubt, if you get me. It's often the way used is that if they are wounded or maimed, people tend to seem to doubt their capabilities because they're not physically strong enough. It's a very classical Fianna thing, I've noticed.
Like the old story about the hand?
Yes. There is also some of the typical challenges would have revolved around naturally. The 3 faces of Stag. But that's only in the true. You lean forward. That's only when it's a via challenge for the High King, if you get me. As you can imagine, tribal totem would dictate who is the grand ruler of the tribe.
Yeah, there's another, quick bottle of
But in terms of banner houses, a noble family they would be many, oftentimes, people who were in their pack, people who have supported them, people who have done things, or they have done things for them. It's ancestry, as well as she kind of rubs her hands, as well as emphasizing the three great virtues of Fianna: hospitality, generosity, and bravery. If you become or ingratiated with a noble title, well, think about it. You're going to honor those who got you there. Or those who bravely stood beside you, or those who saved your life on a battlefield. Those who took you into their home and their cause. You'd be a very poor leader otherwise.
So you embrace them and their family, make them a banner house?
In some cases, yeah. It depends. They're not as much common practice, but a lot of Fianna tribes hold a lot of reverence for it. I hear even some Fenrir have their version, and Silverfangs, yes, they're nods. Like, just a nod, like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We're not going to go into the details, but close enough.
No, she just gives a nod. Silverfangs are a lot more active with it, particularly among Clan Crescent Moon. Gleaming Eye, yes. Wormfoe are trying to be a bit more radicalized, but nobody gives a fuck about Wormfoe. Outside of America. Outside of America, that is.
Oh.
Just smiles.
Just, who?
But yes, banner houses are a thing. It's often a great position. While some would look at it as though it's the one that the hand that wipes up nobles' arse with and all that. No. It's often a sign.
Sean just looks off the side like, God, look at me when you say that shit.
It's often a thing for their families, a position of station. It is a position of respect, and many banner houses have members who go on to do great things. I know the Right Master was a banner house originally. The O'Neive, and she's the Right Master of a Sept now.
Who was your family banner house to?
Mach Nessa. I think they still are, in a sense. I know Orla is Cullen. They are banner house to Mach Nessa. I think it's Mach Nessa, or is it Mach McCarthy? I can't remember which. She kind of gives a hand wave. They're not as well versed with the Fianna ones.
No, that's fair.
But I do know there are a couple. And if you ask some of the older ones, say Gravelwalk, while his family is not a banner house, they would be of the middle class, McConnell. So they would have more ties in Silver Tower, so they could be, she kind of gives a hand gesture, more related to those there. For example, Seamus's family, as they are O'Callaghan's of Tri-Spiral, they're a noble family. Particularly since he is the warder, I imagine he has people who serve under him. I know the Get of Fenris, Clan Ulrichson, and Clan Trimbenson, they have banner people.
Wow.
Clan Sigurdsson does. In fact, I believe Sigmund, he is one of them. House Carl. They're rewarded to the most loyal followers. Particularly among the Get, they value that very deeply.
She'll finally like straight glance back to Sean just to see if he's making any expression at all, or if he's just got his Sean face on.
I mean, he looks interested. This is a deeper dive than he was like bargaining for.
So
He seems to kind of be following along when it comes to get stuff.
it's often the case, I think, particularly among the Fianna and the Get of Fenris. It's not a case of we're better than you and this and that. It is they are, it's my captain, my king, my Raya.
And so it denotes a lot of loyalty, but it also denotes significant deeds.
If anything, it's a badge of pride. They would follow these people. They would follow these people to the ends of the earth. They swear they will, by Stag, by Gaia. It's something that they swear with great pride.
She quirks a bit of a smile. That's pretty fucking downright pleasant, really.
Of course, there are, there's the darker side of politics, but that's every side. And, sometimes conquered go to war. It's a natural fact of things. Sometimes conquered houses of noble families that were lessened can become the banner house of the new family. But it is of proper protocol to treat them respectfully. Otherwise, that noble family will be, shunned. Rougarou, not spiral dancers,
No, they're bobble.
But that's the more unpleasant side of things. But in general, most swear because they want to swear.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
Why are you asking?
She kind of does the shrug of the head shake of like the dismissive thing.
Happily and crunch.
I was just.
Or is it because
Plain
people are
what if.
mocking the idea of banner houses? She has a smirk.
No, I was just thinking
So
a whole lot of what if.
I do hear that talk around most of the time. People mock the feudalism aspect of it. It's a common thing among liberal ideals.
Sean's still looking at her like, why you gotta look at me every time you say this shit?
I mean, it must be nice to be convenient to be liberal in a nation that's an army. She just gives a shrug like, nah.
I imagine that the things that I haven't learned make me pretty liberal comparatively.
You're not.
But
you are uneducated. There's a difference between willfully ignorant and uneducated.
But it's not like these things don't serve a purpose or have meaning, so...
Then you're not liberal, Maeve. She shakes her head.
I was like, oh, I think you're the first person to ever say that. Just like, oh.
You're just uneducated. You can't straddle the fence. But the fact that you're coming and asking me about it to learn, and then you're saying, oh, well, these things have a purpose. If you were liberal, you would reject the notion by saying, oh, we the people and all this. No, it doesn't work like that. You want to make change in the nation? Well, you got to pick up blood and get ready to dish it and spill it. Our blood.
Why would you ever want to take away something that has that much value to the people?
Because people are fools and selfish and insecure. And they're too busy about themselves rather than the people as a whole. That's why.
It's like the scrunchy face for about half a second. Just the...
People obsess about their own individualism rather than the common good. There have been many heroes in this nation, and they have been the most selfless. They don't try to force people's opinions just because they don't like the way a certain thing goes. They do what everybody does. You climb, you gain rank, you gain title, and then you slowly change, but you change it in a way that everybody can keep to. You can have idealism, but you have to have practicality and realism.
She's nodding along, like, thoughtfully. For most of this, she's had kind of like the big open student face, just the, oh. But no, now she's, thinking, digesting it, but just nodding along, because it still makes sense.
So, but most people don't want to accept that, because most people still like to believe that just because they can do one thing in Krynos, they can do everything. So,
if it was that easy to change, it probably would have changed by now.
She clicks her fingers, and there is the great fact that goes over most people's heads.
I guess if a person really wanted to, they could get to Alpha of a Sept and run their own Sept the way they liked, but changing everyone.
They have to have the will to get there first. They have to have the conviction to get there. And by that point, are they worthy of being an alpha just because they want to change, make people change? Being alpha of a sept is not just, I'm big, strong, mean, woo, woo, woo. It's you're a leader. People will look to you in the most darkest of hours, not just to be a big, strong Arun, or a Galliard, or a Philodox, or a Ragapash, or Theurge. They'll look to you when everything is crumbling and see you. They will see you, and they will harp on the fact that if you are weak, because if they see who is supposedly the best of us on this sept, the weakest, what hope do they have? Being alpha is more than just winning a challenge.
People with attitudes like that, the idea that they just want to be the biggest, do they ever actually make it to Sept Alpha?
I've heard of some, but they don't
Pretty
last very
hard
long.
rule.
She smiles.
Yeah, you literally heard Sean remember one name.
What was it?
Tarjay Hard Rule.
But then again, they'll always have the cunning beta in the wings. Jeez.
Hard Rule didn't.
That's why he's dead.
Fair.
It doesn't seem like a person like that would last very long. You can't lead people that don't want to follow you.
They didn't. Hard Rule was beheaded by his own sept.
Exactly.
Eyes kind of pop up like, oh.
Precisely. So, you can't... If you want, you can be the biggest and the strongest and the best warrior, but if you're not a leader, then you won't last very long. People like to rag on Rory MacTighe a lot because he's hard, he's brash. But do you notice how many people praise him?
As soon as I opened my eyes. Because Maeve is not going to give the slightest illusion that she was not, that she was on the ball with that the whole time.
Many people sing Rory MacTighe's praises because he is an honourable man and he has shown himself to be an honourable man.
And while I imagine a lot of people like to harp on a strict parent, doesn't mean the strict parent isn't just trying to do the best by you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you. taking the time to explain it. All of that.
My job.
It's a cork of a grin. Well, I appreciate it anyways. I was glad that Sean Lee was funny. Ugh.
Sean's on his third apple. 2 apples have died during this discussion.
Are you carrying an entire bag of apples, Sean?
Yeah,
Why are you carrying an entire bag of apples?
so I can eat them.
Fair. She just shrugs because fuck it, that's a pretty solid answer.
You want an apple?
She'll nod.
You are the proud owner of a Fuji apple.
Maybe we'll take it and roll it around in our hands. Kind of glance over to Fiona again. So, realistically, I'm not that close to my great granduncle. I may have seen him once when I was before I could ever remember. But I'm not exactly close. So what does that mean? I know everyone's excited by the name.
You're a MacFionn. Just because you're not sitting there on the Ardrise lap doesn't mean you don't carry the name.
And I
And
can't
if
say I
that's
know,
what
but
if
I'm
that's what
learning.
you're weighing your family on, then you really need to wake the fuck up, Maeve.
No,
Because
no. I just
I didn't know who my father was, but I still carry his legacy as a Fianna as much as I do as Silverfang.
no, of course. I just meant when it comes to all the titles and the
If you're the one that's suitable to lead, make yourself known to be. Doesn't matter how much you sat there and sucked Big Uncle's cock.
eyebrows just kind of pop like, oh, that's the phrasing we're using. Okay. Just whew.
So, you need to get the fuck over that bit.
I'm not upset. I just
No, but you're using it as an excuse to hold yourself back.
didn't realize before that in line didn't literally mean in line.
Oh, it will mean you are sixth in line for the throne, technically, Albert said. So, they will look to you as a potential candidate. By that point, however, I imagine you will be of suitable rank, so your deeds will be able to answer for you if the time comes. Not because you sat on good old Granuncle's lap and paid patty cake. That's not what they look for.
It's just again more just nodding. Fiona has gotten stern. Oh.
It just gives it a startled Silverfang stare. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more digestion on this one. She hasn't even actually taken a bite out of the apple yet. She's turning it over and kind of fiddling, using it as something to keep her hands busy while she's thinking. Oh. It's just, in the end, just like, okay, just, oh. All right. Thank you for the reality check, too.
just a shrug.
Okay. I need to walk. I need to be moving. I'm gonna do another there and back.
Thanks, Fiona.
She just gives a shrug. Just picks up her sword again.
Want an apple?
No.
Okay.
And yeah, Maeve, is polite and disengaging, but yeah, once she has done the polite disengage, she is back to a speed walk. You thought she was tired. Now she needs to think. Pacing helps.
Fucking Gimli has to keep up with you. Just get shorter and squatter every time I describe him.
No, Maeve's not exactly the tallest. Her stride is not the longest, but yeah, it's just kind of that. Okay, now it is the business walk because I just need to be moving so my brain can churn.
So what are you doing? Where are you going?
Where are you leading, John?
Honestly, it's down the wall again for the moment.
But to whom?
I mean, it just kind of depends on who is in front of them, really.
Pick. Shadow Step or Orla?
Probably Orla.
There you go.
Oh,
Probably
dog.
Orla.
Yeah, you see her there.
Yeah, after walking a span of wall, she will have digested things well enough to be like, okay, potential risk of nervous heart attack is over. Whew. And yeah, by the time they near Orla, she'll, lift a hand.
Or just looks over at you.
Hey. Actually, Orla, can I ask a question?
Sure. What you want?
Well, you're part of a banner house, right?
Hi.
Is there a story to your family becoming a banner house?
We're good at killing the worm.
Sean nods in a room, like, yeah.
It's like the quirk of a
But-
smile. Like, that is not the answer I expected, but it's a good one.
My great-great-grandfather killed a bunch of things good enough that the Macnessa thought. No, fuck, it wasn't Macnessa, it was McCarthy. McCarthy, who are predominantly our runes, said that's a fucking good killing. And he was like, thanks, I'm good at it. And they went, good. We need somebody who's good at it. Then they bought each other a beer, probably offered him one of the wives, and yeah, go on.
Oh. That is a very straightforward way to do it.
I mean, we're here to kill the worm, so
I mean, there's not of agreement, because she ain't wrong.
don't really much think it was that complicated.
It wasn't part of my education back overseas.
Oh,
Other houses come to be. So
the fancy American people tell you that, all that sort of bullshit. Yeah, not surprised.
I'd never even heard of the banner house till I came here.
Like I said, I'm not surprised.
So it seemed like a good idea to ask someone who'd know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe was not prepared for so short a story.
I mean, there's plenty of questions you can ask Orla, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, she just looks at you. Orla is, while not as big as some of the other runes, she does carry this kind of imposing terror about her. She's a big girl.
Yes, she is. Much bigger than Maeve. Oh.
But she's not as cold as iron steel as Nessa is. She's got definitely a more wildish appearance about her. She looks like a raider, if anything.
How long has your family been at Banner House?
4 generations.
It's just, again, it's the eyebrows just kind of go like, oh.
We're good at killing people. Predominantly the worm.
You are. You're very good at killing the worm.
I am. Why? The Macfilm want a Banner House, do they?
There's a quirk of a smile. Not sure I'm in a position to exactly arrange one. Until I understand better what it means. Not until I'm of a rank that's even appropriate. But I do want to learn. So, do the McCarthys have other banner houses?
Aye.
Few? Many?
2.
God damn it. Orla is just so short and sweet with her responses that it's kind of jarring after talking to Fiona. And the difference is in a rune versus a Galliard, but it's still just like, oh, that is
she's
okay.
Just looking at Joel with a very flat, pan, dead expression. You know what I mean?
And Magnessa?
Magnessa of 3.
Who's that? Like, okay.
McTighe 2. McCarthy 1 now.
There's a blink because she said 2 a moment ago.
Oh, I thought you said fucking McCarthy.
Yeah.
I said sorry, McNamara. I meant McNamara.
Oh, okay. 1 now?
1 now. And even then, wouldn't really call him a Banner House, would you?
I suppose not.
No. They're disloyal scum who abandoned them and decided to move to greater pastures, you know. They didn't want the taint of the red stag under their waist.
So they just... You know what? She's not even mad about the spitting. It actually turns her expression somewhat. A little crease on the brow. They just left?
Aye. Walked out of here. Most people agree with the decision. You know, you didn't want the red stag associated with that. You know what I'm saying? Particularly at the time. They stayed around for a good number of years to, you know, help the Sepp rebuild. But when they started realizing that they were never going to climb the ladder here, they fucked off. Cowards.
Who are they?
The O'Sheas. The O'Sheas of the fucking Glenda Hill. Well, you couldn't fucking defend your fucking hill, could you? Fucking bitches.
What exactly happened? There sounds like there's more to it.
No. Maeve, it's quite fucking simple. Your Banner House, your head house, is responsible for the single greatest massacre the Sept has seen.
Now everybody's looking at you because, let's be real, some of the Banner House probably jumped with the Red Stag. What would you do in that situation if you knew an entire sept is going to be fucking eye-fucking you? And you can't exactly... And you have a greater advantage than fucking Chris and his sister. Meaning that they ain't going to follow you where you're going. Now, many Fianna would stick it out and defend the oaths that they sworn, but technically they didn't break the oaths that they were sworn because the family is no longer there to called into question. And particularly when you're a higher rank member than the only other guru in the noble family. Who gives a fuck then, right? But you know, I'm sure it was nice, and I'm sure they're fucking jacking themselves off wherever the fuck they went.
Yeah, it's still visible that the whole thing isn't sitting well.
The other Banner House, McDonough, they fell. There's a chill up your spine, Maeve.
All of them?
Yeah, Maeve, all of them. They were the first ones to join him. You can thank their Banner House leader for that. I believe he is still knocking around by the looks of things.
Who was that?
He just stares at her quite blankly. She stares at him quite blankly.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I had it down further on the thing. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, he's still around.
I know, I saw him.
Oh.
Hell, I knew what he looked like before he turned into that.
That was a curious glance.
Yeah, he was one of the best runes on Sept. I don't know if you'd noticed on the battlefield, the tower is an imposing opponent.
Yes.
Hmm.
Very much so.
I guarantee it's entirely unconscious, but Sean kind of rubs his midsection.
Yeah. When he raided along the Sept borders, I remember the first time he came down the stairs when Nessa and I were holding the doors. Came through the fire. I mean, you saw that vision, Maeve.
Yes, she did, didn't she?
You saw him, Nessa, pick up one of the blades and go to face him one-on-one. A very young, Cleus-looking Nessa, you know what I mean?
Oh, Nessa.
Because he killed one
Balls
of
of
the...
fucking steel.
You watch him, he killed one of the older Oberons.
Okay. that's a hit or a ton of bricks. Just oof. Thank you, Orla.
Sure.
I mean, she just glanced to Sean because Sean has been doing his silent act pretty hard.
Orla said a lot of things that, like, if you'd asked Sean, he might have said something similar. Because, I mean, you got to look at it this way, Maeve. The two people who have ever gone head to head with the tower is Cleus and lived to tell about it, or Orla and Sean.
Runa
And
played?
Nessa.
Nessa did too?
Nessa was
Okay.
good, yeah.
Nessa was a babby.
Oh, there you fucking go. There's 3 whole people.
Technically Runa, but Runa was half dead. You know, if you want to get
I
real
mean,
technical.
Yeah, you get real technical. Runa got the short end of some kind of wackadoodle shit.
Basically, the only 3 that were left standing are Orla, Sean, and Nessa.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the only things that she can think of to ask are things that really aren't appropriate.
Do
it. Do it.
Do it. Stop pussyfooting around. Do it.
Okay.
Do it, mate.
What? What? You in the side chat. I see your shit. Did he ever have? He seems like a tower. He seems impenetrable. Did he ever show any kind of weakness? Anything?
Well, Nessa set him on fire.
And his anger makes him impatient.
Even then.
I'm calling a giant snowball impatient.
I mean, you could say the same about Annie or Rune. Don't know what you're laughing at. She just looks at him, tilting her head.
That shuts him up like right away.
It's a weakness we all have. Too
Yeah,
hungry
she's
for the
effectively shut him up.
He's too hungry for the kill. I imagine the worm makes him even hungrier. Because I'll tell you one thing about Arun's Maeve. I'm sure your buddy here will tell you. We always feel it. Every day. Gaia gives us a very fragile gift. Because we're always right at the edge. Ready to snap. So imagine that when you get... And thankfully Gaia and Stag help us keep a leash on that. Imagine what happens when you don't have that control anymore.
Provokes a thoughtful nod.
And saying that, you could exploit it, yeah. You just got to be tough enough to survive it.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
That's the thing that most people forget. Sure, you can exploit an enemy's weakness. Congratulations, you did it. And you just gotta be good enough to get him.
And remind me, Torna, how hard did he really... He gunned pretty straight like for Nessa, didn't he?
He went
Out of
straight for
every...
He swatted Runa and Sean out of the way like they were children. You know what I mean? And then went for Nessa.
Yep.
I mean,
So
to be fair, Nessa is the big time. You know what I mean?
Well, that he's in a ruin. He's got that impatience. He's got the hunger. And let's face it, he probably doesn't appreciate that Nessa set him on fire that one time.
It's more, and that's just the fucking wormhole, man. Morale shock. What happens if he drops the wormhole right in front of you guys?
Morale shock is a pretty tame way to put it. Yes.
And the fact that he literally just swatted them back like in Sean saw, he looked angry that you interfered. Do you know what I mean? Runa was an example. Psychological shell shock. Because let's face it, you were all shook when he did that.
Mm-hmm.
Sean hitting him, that was the key bit. He looked angry that you interfered. So, he focused on you for interfering.
Oh boy.
Lost a lot of good people to him.
I've heard some of it. At all.
She didn't say anything. She just looks off. I mean, I'll give you and Sean this for free. You've heard the story about how she got her deed name. She was in Stag's Glade, man. She came out of that thing like a blood-covered... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Crawled out of the fucking mass of dead bodies.
Did she get a scar for that?
Yep.
Is it common knowledge? Like what it is?
Yep. It's on her spine. Top part of her shoulder.
Jesus.
Like I said, the tale is they found that when the battle was ending, they saw her literally come out of the mass. You know what I mean? Gasping for air, covered in blood. Sort of like Jon Snow in the Battle of the Bastards. You know that? You know what I mean?
That one inexplicable survivor.
You could totally ask her about it, mate.
Oh, she just looks so happy already.
Do it.
Oh,
You won't find out on this yacht.
I know, but she's scurry. I'm gonna do it, but know in your heart that she's fucking scurry. Yeah, zoom in. That'll totally make it easier. Are all of them in that assault?
What?
The people he killed?
Or all of them what?
Was it all from the one assault?
No. No. Most of the kinfolk were.
Yeah, the breath kind of sucks in like, yep. Would you be willing to tell me about it? What happened?
What are you wanting to know about?
The attack on the Zopt?
Which one?
Most of the stories come back to that one big push.
Oh, about Stag Glade, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
I see. What do you want to know, Maeve?
happened?
There was a battle.
How it happened? How they pushed so far?
There was a lot of them.
And what, by then wasn't she a
Cleith.
Fostern?
Cleith.
Oh.
She was a Cleith. She was a Cleith throughout the whole rebellion and got promoted
Jesus.
to Foster immediately after.
That's right.
The True Catcher, I'll give you what you know about Styles Glade. Colin MacTighe led the defense of Styles Glade, the True Catcher.
Mm-hmm.
They held for over 6 hours, in which time the Reichstag and him dueled, and he killed him. Tailsinger was in that battle. Orla, Nessa, Sasha. That was the one where Sasha got impaled.
Yep.
The Alpha himself got involved in that battle, Katie.
Yep.
Like, I'll put it like this. Everyone on set fought for that one.
And God damn it. I hate asking these questions because you never know when a rune's going to be like, well, that was the line. Do you remember much of it? So let's face it, it's kind of fair to ask in a rune. They get amped up real hard, real fast.
The smell of anything. How things tasted. How they died. The smell. Particularly when, say, a guru fell. They'd usually release themselves. That mixed with the blood made the most pungent odor.
And I mean, Maeve is listening with rapt attention, but let's face it, the assault's probably the largest battle she's been a part of ever.
Mm-hmm. That was Maeve. That was chaotic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was chaos, but holy shit. It wasn't 6 hours of chaos.
6 hours, yeah. Repeated assaults. They would pull back and then attack again. You know what I mean? They weren't fighting consecutively for 6 hours. That'd be impossible. No, they pull back, attack, pull back, attack. You had to kick to the... I remember I was in the second section. First section fell. We had to pull back to the second. And fella beside me. About 4 hours in. He had the most terrified face for the whole thing. Pissed himself on the first charge. He was dead by the 5th round.
How many waves were there?
I don't know. I lost count.
Well, she found the scariest possible answer. Okay.
They just kept coming. They break off, pull back, we get a chance. But towards the end, they started getting real desperate, so they just kept coming. Well, wasn't until we heard the horn, things stopped. Mind you, by that point, I had Rage Shield, and I had to crawl my way out because the inner wall was collapsing with all the corpses on top of me. Remember, a thing grabbed my foot, you know? And
Just a horrified glance.
picked up the dead fella's helmet that I was telling you about, and I beat the thing to death with it.
Oh,
I mean, it was either that or lose my leg, because things were starting to collapse. And I started panicking, and in those sort of panics, cutting off your leg is a real nice prospect to get away. The guy ahead of me had ran away like a fucking coward. But what he didn't realize is that running away meant he got caught in the fucking fire, you know what I'm saying?
the kind of numb little bobble, like, oh.
I could smell him shitting himself about the ways down the lane.
The worst part is she's still paying such rapt attention, but you can tell that the active imagination is in full swing, and it's not good.
Yeah, and by the end of it then, I crawled out. I could breathe. And I just smelled that fucking pungent odor. After another hour, that's when the horn rang.
Oh.
Yeah. It's interesting not feeling your arm work for a long time. It's almost like you forget that it exists.
Yeah, Maeve just is continuing to look. Again, she can't look away. But, oh. Overactive imagination, full swing, happening. Literally imagining it. It's awful.
Well, by the time the wall piled fartly down, we were in the mud. I watched Rory McTighe drown a fella. Stuck his head down in the water and, you know.
Oh. And when he fell, they all just quit the field?
Wow. Running is... Some ran, some fought to the bitter end. You know?
Yeah. Glad you didn't lose the leg or the arm.
To be honest, at that point, I wouldn't have cared. I only cared about the killing.
And now?
Hmm?
Well, that was then. But now?
Killing's killing, Maeve.
She ain't gonna argue that. There's just the nod.
If Hearn blesses me for butchering the worm like a squealing pig, well, that's alright by me. The only thing I cared about was making sure whatever Red Stag or whatever his forces were, I wasn't going to surrender the Sept without feeling them at least bloodying it to the point where they'll never be able to hold it. That was what I cared about at the time.
Sounds like Hearn chose Valor to give his favor.
Hmm. No, she doesn't say anything, just, stares off.
There's a glance back at Sean.
Sean's got his own brooding rune thing going on, but like he's not going to interrupt Orla. This has predominantly been Maeve seeking knowledge from someone about some very sensitive topics, and now is not the fucking time to interrupt, as we learned very clearly.
Let me eyeball things. So, Torna, if I wanted to kind of bring this back up a notch,
Sure.
essentially via encouragement, saying essentially she knows the day's coming that he won't be a threat anymore, and she knows damn well that Orla will be there on the field. Something to pitch her eyes forward again instead of backwards. Would that be more like leadership and expression?
Here's the question, Maeve. What part of you makes you think that Orla doesn't think that already?
It's not that she thinks she doesn't believe it. It's just she has walked up to this Arun and brought up a lot of really visceral, nasty history. It's just the idea to try to bring her back around so she's not dwelling unduly on the past, so that she's instead encouraged.
Sure, if you want, you can roll charisma leadership.
I'm gonna try. Bless my peanut butter. If Maeve can make a fledgling attempt. A pretty good fledgling attempt.
What do you say?
It's a gruesome past. It wasn't something I was here to see. But I am glad, Orla, that I will be here to see the day that we take the field and you and the others take the tower and make him pay for what he's done.
You're speaking a lot of pretty words to me, Maeve. She didn't say with any hostility. She just looks over. It's very matter of fact.
I'm not going to make believe that. I'm not going to pretend to sympathize when I wasn't here. I didn't see it.
At what point did I ask you for sympathy?
You didn't.
She kind of tilts her head, just staring at you.
But I would rather dwell on what's coming than dwell on what's happened.
That's why nobody will remember your name. Looks up, looks out the field again. Looks back over.
Yeah, that was a
If you
slap
can,
to the face.
if you can't use the things that fuel your pain and your rage as the focal point of every harnessing hate you hold for the worm, then you're not doing your job, Maeve. It's all very well speaking pretty words and promising never to harm again. Worm always comes and harms. You're a good lass. But my pain is what makes me the most vicious thing they'll ever see. Because I won't stop. I won't relent. They'll have to kill me to stop me. And even then, it's no easy task. I'll make sure they remember my name. People like to think that not looking back at the past is some form of great strength. I call it a convenient excuse. I'll carve my names of my friends into their chest.
There's a brisk nod.
But it's just, again, she's not hostile. It's just so fucking matter of fact. She's not angry with you. She doesn't want to like fucking slap you or do anything. You don't feel any rage off her. The only thing you feel rage about Orla is she wants to kill the fucking worm. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, she doesn't need to like slap her. That fucking one phrase alone was enough.
But again, I'll give you this for free based on your empathy score. She is not trying to like be nasty. It's just very businesslike. It is. If you're too afraid to look at the past, then how the fuck can you be a Fianna? Even if the past is grim. And from Orla's perspective, I'll give you that.
Again, she doesn't have to be trying to hurt someone's feelings.
Mm-hmm.
So no, that was harsh.
Oh yeah, no, I'll give you that from an understanding perspective with your empathy.
Oh yeah, no, Orla may not have meant anything harsh by it, but that doesn't mean it didn't hurt. She's not going to throw a tantrum. She's just going to be looking out at the fucking field now.
Just glances over to see how Maeve is taking it all.
Oh, not well. She's gone real quiet suddenly. There's that.
Nora just looks back out. That's what my Rias told me when I became like you, and I said those pretty words to them. No one will remember the person who tries to block it all away. They'll just remember the kill.
I never suggested that we forget.
No. But it's always, let's move on to more pleasant things. Let's pretend. There's no pretending. Pretending is an insult. Get angry. Get fearsome. I'm not some sappy little fucking child of Gaia, or even some of my brothers and sisters of Stag who will tell you beautiful things. I'm gonna ruin. My heart and my soul is in blood and death on the battlefield. It's what we all will walk out on, and we'll all meet our final end in. So why pretend like it's not a reality?
Wasn't pretending.
Yes, you are.
I don't think nothing bad is going to happen between now and then. And I don't think that battle is going to be easy or kind.
No.
Isn't.
But you're trying to talk to me from a perspective that you don't understand. Now, it will work for many other people, Maeve. And I admire your conviction. I can see why people...
There'll eventually be a glance when that falls short for long enough. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, my thing momentarily disconnected. It had a panic attack.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
I was like, wow, that was.
Even your connection was afraid of how intense Orla is.
Even the connection was like, shit!
Connection's like, I need to get out of this conversation.
Fuck! Actually, how was Sean doing after, like, because let's be real, even I took a step back at that line. That's why nobody will remember your name. Just whoo!
Dude, like, here's the thing. Fucking, I've communicated this a few times in the past, and it hasn't happened as often. So there hasn't been a reason to like really communicate it again until now. If Sean has mastered anything in his Zacleth, it is taking physical beatings and tongue lashings. It's like, Adrian said something deeply hurtful. What a great Tuesday. Like, he's just used to getting fucking lumps from his higher ups, and he's not hateful. He's not resentful. It's just like, here's the creepy part, Torna. That's just what he expects. That's just like, he looks like, I mean, okay, aside from the burning rage of 5 mass murderers, that is his rage score, which is 5. Like, setting all the inherent things to Gru aside, he looks like he could be doing his taxes right now.
Well, here's a question for Sean, particularly under Boar. Does Sean understand your perspective?
Depends on what perspective you're talking about. Like,
pretty words and the idea of, oh, everybody talks about like looking forward and all this stuff, where she's like, no, I want to be angry about how my friends died, and I'm going to use that to skull fuck the worm when I see it.
He can't. He doesn't have a tragic past to like draw from. He has no basis in that perspective.
Okay.
I mean,
like, if you look at the big picture, not that many shitty things ever happened to Sean.
I mean, I'm assuming he gets the general idea.
Like, academically, I'm sure he could understand it, but he can't like feel it that she's implying, you know? He's not capable of it. He hasn't had that tragedy.
No, it's cool. No, I was just asking. I was just curious. Yes, now my connection is back. That now it's no longer afraid of Orla.
It's still
Had a stiff
scared.
drink.
Drop one more hard line. Do
It
it.
went and had a stiff drink. It's ready now.
It's like, all right, we're good. Let's do this. I'll put back on my fucking Orla hardcore fucking music as well.
No, I'm not gonna lie. It took all of one line to bring Maeve to the verge of tears. One really fucking cold line.
And she points at the. I imagine it's does Maeve does when she starts almost like she's about to. Does she do that little lip quiver and everything?
She's not quite that far into it, but the eyes have welled up, which is why she's like, man, this field though.
That's what I mean. It's like I'm trying to understand. Are you on the verge? Like when you say on the verge of tears, I'm trying to understand what that looks like.
It's really visible that, her eyes have welled up and she is trying to hide it by looking away.
She points. That's why.
I want to know what that end of the sentence was.
That's why. And what end of the sentence are you talking about?
She said, I can see why people, you're a good laugh. I can see why people, and then it cut.
All right. I can see why people follow the idea of you. Particularly many of your rank. You have your age, your ideals. But we are born on a battlefield. And what you're doing now is you're giving the worms strength rather than giving them nothing.
That gets a glance. It's actually poked her temper a little bit. She doesn't have much of one, but it's still just the perturbed glance.
Oh, you can get angry at me all you want, Maeve.
How am I feeding the worm?
Because looks over. You consider what this is some debilitating tragedy that's going to haunt you. Me? That's another list that I'm going to use to slaughter my enemies. You lost a pack mate. I've lost 4, 5 when I was your age. Only thing it did for me was drive me that much harder to kill them. Not speak pretty words.
Let's see how Maeve's doing. Where's my dice? Whew! Young lady.
Are you mad?
Yep, I'm gonna check
Are you
the face real fast.
Are you taking a rage?
No, I was rolling what she had to see how it was sitting. Because that's not the story is not what she's upset about. It is that, so it's 6. So that's 2. Still pretty angry for Maeve.
Mm-hmm.
You think I'm crying because of what's going to happen?
No, I think you're crying because somebody gave you a dose of reality. And you don't like it.
You know what? No, that's still 2 successes. So turns a bit. Faces a bit more. Goes from like profile to 3/4. No. It's not because it was a dose of reality. It wasn't a reality check that hurt my feelings. But to think that you earnestly believe that I haven't been through what you've been through. But to think that I expected you to forget your pain or to think that nothing bad would happen. That you earnestly think that I'm still that naive. After you guys had to pull me out of that hole. After everything. I wasn't saying forget. I wasn't saying let it go. I wasn't saying let's all sing Kumbaya. I was saying do exactly what you're doing. Use the rage if you have to. Use whatever you have. But think of the battle that's coming. What you're going to do.
She just glances at her. Then why didn't you say that instead of trying to pretty it up with a nice little bow on it? And make it seem like you're just trying to appease me.
I think it would be insulting if I tried to appease you.
As if I'm some sort of wounded animal.
I am sorry if my kindness sounded like appeasement. I was not trying.
It's not your kindness that I think is appeasement. Before you start getting that notion in your head. It's the idea that you, who we have pulled out of the fire, once, twice, I think 3 times, are trying to tell me maybe pull yourself out of the fire first before telling others to do so. Then I will respect your words for what they are. I'm not a Cleith. I'm not a Fostern. I'm an Adrian. I have bled for my rank. I have sacrificed for my rank. On my own. Or with my pack. Earn the right before you say the pretty speech. Because while some will be inspired, deeds are often better than words.
Yes, Rhea.
She just nods again. It's very cold, very flat. If you wish to go, you can. I'm sure you will be offended by it either way. She just gives this very cold kind of shrug and just goes back to walking her patrol.
Yeah, Maeve will not rudely stomp away. She'll let Orla, roll off to go back to her patrol, and she is just going to turn and head for the nearest staircase because she is. Yeah, she in a bad way.
Yeah, fuck it, Sean will go with her.
And I will finally put Heather into the hangout.
I just looking at her like, oh boy, I'm about to hear some things again.
Maybe
Don't know what they are, but they're coming for me.
No, Mavis just hurt and angry and just needs to be not here. She's not sure where she's going, but she's going there.
Maybe the end of the patrol line's like 15 feet away. Not Shadow Step. You can't just like Calvin Ball the patrol line.
Yeah, she stops and the lips kind of roll in and she looks and measures and fumes.
He's on his 5th apple. He's got a separate bag for the cores. You didn't eat any of your apple?
No, I didn't. Not hungry. She just offers it back.
Maybe that's why you're upset. You got low blood sugar.
I don't have low blood sugar, Sean.
And so someone with low blood sugar would say.
She finally just kind of not chucks at him, but just underhand tosses it to him. Like I'm not going to keep holding this just to make you happy. Just.
I mean, he'll still catch it in the other hand. Now he has 2 apples. Hammers across his back. Don't worry, I thought about this.
I mean, if he was carrying it the whole time, that would be ridiculous.
Oh my god. No.
How much longer are we on patrol?
Till they say we're not.
Yeah, she just finds a portion of the wall to set her back to. Just oof.
Look, like Agents have been around for a long time. They can say some mad creative shit, but you gotta just not take it so hard, I guess.
Kind of an
Go ahead.
incredulous look.
Dude. All right. I'm going to break this down really quickly in case somebody catches me talking.
I know what Adrians are and aren't.
I mean, obviously fucking not the way you talk to them sometimes.
That was cool.
Welcome to the nation. They've been through a lot of shit. They don't need people like us bothering them. So they're going to dish them out.
I just thought after walking up and bringing up all of that, the least I could do was try to offer some good note at the end instead of walking up and shoving her face into the past and then just walking away.
They don't want to hear it.
Obviously not.
They already been through it. They've been us and then not us. They don't want to hear it. Surprised she entertained as much as she did.
Yeah.
Go to people like that. You got to have a real specific objective in mind. You better be sure it's not something you could have solved yourself.
You say that like our rank just makes everyone the same. She's still a person, and I was trying to treat her like a person.
A person with no fucking time for random ass Cleos. Like, I mean, how much you ever see me do that shit? Like, for real.
Sean, you never talk to anyone but Albert and Fiona.
I talk to other people sometimes.
There's kind of like the look. Not a lot.
Talk to Carl.
Carl?
Yeah. You know, the only fucking survivor of an entire neighborhood. Carl still lives in his house. Carl.
When did you... It's finally like just... You know what? Let's jump tracks because this track sucks. She's finally just kind of rubbed her temple. Like, when did you talk to Carl?
I go back there every week.
Oh. By yourself?
Yeah.
How's he doing?
Not great. I don't know what I think, but not great.
Finally starts rubbing her face just to clear her eyes and everything. Just to, ooh, no evidence. Ugh, screw my face.
I go out there, look at stuff, and throw rocks.
Well, at least we settled one whole thing. I'm not sure it was worth it, but at least I know now that if I do become important, you're definitely going to be stuck in my manor house.
Yeah, Maeve, I think the one thing that you didn't settle that I felt like you were angling for but didn't get there, but I didn't want to say anything in front of nobody because that would make you look silly, was the one thing you didn't settle. You ready for this?
There's just the glance of like, what? You're going to make me mad. I can tell you're about to make me mad. Why would you do this? Ultimate
You
betrayal.
didn't figure
phase.
out the current limits of your noble authority and whether or not you yourself, as you are right now, in the standing of your house, could appoint a banner house.
I'm still just a Cleith, Sean. I wouldn't even try.
No, but you didn't even figure out when.
I imagine I can ask when I'm a foster and it's even the slightest possibility.
Okay.
Or I could ask the den mother, who probably wouldn't, or the den father, who probably
Lupus
wouldn't
demo?
mind.
Lupus Mother cares? She probably knows.
Or the den father?
He'd definitely know.
Yeah. And they seem to understand that I missed a lot, so they don't mind helping me catch up.
I'm not worried about the Lupus Mother. She just fucking appears sometimes.
I like her.
She just appears and say, like I did some shit wrong.
She's a den mother.
It's because Duncan follows me around. She might
It's-
think I'm making a bad impression on him.
It's like a skill set for den parents. They're really good at making you feel like they're disappointed.
I
when they
just
want
turn
you to-
around and sometimes she's there with her judging eyes.
Don't make me laugh. I'm mad.
Just staring at me like she knows I took the extra bacon.
Did you take the extra bacon?
One time.
Well, I'll do it. Never take the extra bacon that a lupus called dibs on in their head.
Shit. Fuck. It would be in her head. I hadn't even considered that. I hadn't even considered that it would be entirely in her head. Fuck. How much fucking mental lupus bacon have I burgled?
Well,
It looks like he's taking this way too seriously.
That's why that, despite the fact that she was really trying to hold on to being angry, she's kind of starting to snicker.
It's okay. I'm 99.9% certain she has no love for apples. Crunch. I don't know why you don't like apples, man. They're nature's candy.
I like apples just fine, John. I'm not hungry.
They're nature's candy. And he's still eating.
As Maeve starts rubbing her face, dare I ask what's happening on stage left?
Oh, meanwhile, Shado.
Yeah, Shani, you're walking with Runa, who is back, and Fiak to the patrol.
Yeah, for the most part, she's walking along with him, keeping her eyes open. Just, kind of asking some questions about the area.
Mira just looks over at you going, I don't know what you're asking me for. I came straight here from Sept of the Valkyrie.
Ah, well. Point taken. She'll look to Fiak.
Just looks over. What?
The area we're patrolling.
It's called the Castle Wall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah,
what I know about it.
Is it? What is this like rotating shifts? Does one
Yeah.
pack usually cover it?
No, multiple. Split off, so that way each pack can alert each shit thing to the different areas. All the packs are in divided areas. Sometimes packs take particular sections. Like Children of the Oak usually take the statues of Auburn solely for themselves, mainly because a bit more wild centric, whereas the Weird Tower is Drust usually has that. Foreman's Tower, anybody goes there. But when it comes to the likes of the Westgate, everybody's usually there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a
Mainly
nod from Shannon.
Primal usually watch this place a lot, but considering their situation at the minute, I don't mind pulling double shift.
Everybody does what they got to do, right?
Ah,
When
yeah.
one of us is hurting.
That's more I know fucking Nora's solid as a rock, but she's helping prepare the funeral rituals, and Rattling Nettle got in trouble, and to be honest, I would be amazed if Farah turned up here. And Sasha, well, Sasha, to be honest, that big motherfucker will patrol wherever the fuck he wants to do. I imagine, to be honest, he's probably sorting out the political end. So you know what? I don't mind giving him a break.
Yeah. There's a. Huh. Yeah, I'd heard the rumor
And plus,
about
this is
rattling metal.
The closest place to Brooks Rest, so we take a certain amount of precaution. You know what I mean? Like, this is our first line to get there. So I imagine, particularly with all the things that have gone on, people are taken to a more active role, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So, heard your pretty speech.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to be doing saying pretty things.
Hell no.
Oh, we'll see.
Already went on one mission. Saw a little bit of what's out there.
Good. Need more people. Need more people to stop fucking talking and get on with it. You know what I mean? Too much people are spent sitting there twiddling their thumbs. We need to get out there and we need to bloody the worm's nose again so we can give a morale boost back.
I mean, I'm a Galliard. I can talk for days, and
You're Runa, you're also a guru.
yeah. And sometimes going out and slugging it out and killing worm things or whatever else the enemy happens to throw at us. Sometimes that's better for morale than anything one of us could say.
Mm. Rune just nods and Fenrir.
You're in a rune, right, Rina?
Nod.
All right, so you know what it's like when you're good and mad. And you're just looking for that target. Something that you can put that
Don't
anger
Don't
onto.
Galliard me. She looks over with a wave of her hand. Don't Galliard me. Look at my fucking. She lifts up her fur coat. And, that scar is right through her fucking abdomen. You don't need to Galliard me. I made it. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to do my patrol. On the next raid, I'm going to go out there again with these hands. I'm going to skull fuck somebody. And I'm going to drink. And I'm going to find a kinfolk. And I'm going to skull fuck him. Simple.
Yeah, there's just like a farming pat on the back from Shane. You go and you do that, Runa, but maybe be a little bit gentler with the kinfolk.
Just looks over.
Just a little bit. Yeah, she'll hold her fingers up.
Runa just stares at you. You say it like we're playing some game. I got tagged. I'm ready. I'm gonna get tagged again.
No, I don't think it's a game, Runa.
Yeah, good. 'Cause I'm ready.
I think it's very lucky for us that we still have you, and very bad for the enemy.
Luck's got nothing to do with it. Look over. I survived because I'm some daughter of Fenris. Fiat just kind of smirks over at her.
You know, there's a
And if the Arun was competent enough that fucking shafted me, if he was so fucking competent, he would have aimed lower and he would have got me in the liver and I would have been dead. But he didn't because he's a bitch. Too busy stroking his own fucking ego to actually do the job properly. Good. Means he's cocky. Means I'll fucking take him.
You know, I hadn't heard about that before.
What?
That he was cocky.
I mean, lifts up the shirt again to show you. Like, look at that. It's a perfect wound, right? It's not a kill shot, though. Look at that. Look at the way the indent goes in. Even Fiat like peers down to look at it. Huh. Yeah, he wanted to savor it. So he twisted. Means he's a bitch.
Paul said there was poison?
Yeah. Wrecked my fucking immune system and all that type of shit. Probably smeared it with fucking something. Didn't kill me though, did it?
No, it didn't.
Yeah, exactly. Means he's a bitch.
I mean, what kind of a run puts confidence in poison to finish the job?
Nah. Sometimes you gotta be a bit dirty like a motherfucker. But make sure you kill the person to do it. And savor the fucking thing. It's not a parade. If I was to kill you, I'd put him right there in the belly and rip out. Takes your liver, your large intestine, most of your blood vessels out. Straight kill. Then I get to take your head and do whatever fucking after. Don't fucking waste time fandangling. How many bitches do that? Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do, and thank you. I will remember that. That might come in handy in battle later, but I don't know, there's just we had found some shit there.
Yeah, of course we did. Why, you scared by it?
No, it's just kind of making me wonder. Maybe he didn't mean to kill you.
Looks over.
There were obvious drag marks on the battlefield.
Of the dead. Oh yeah, no, if we lost, you probably would have tortured me or some shit. You wouldn't have fucking broke me.
And the poison didn't take you down. You beat it.
Yeah, hurt like a bitch though.
So either it wasn't meant to, or
But oh shit, she turned. What are you saying, that he didn't fucking try kill me? Is that what you're saying? I'm not good enough to be killed by him.
there's hey, no, that's not what I'm saying.
Look, I heard that motherfucker was in a ruin. He probably thought, I'll slow this bitch down, take out the other one, and go for the big dog. That way I don't have as much people in there. Well, if she's still alive, well, you know what? I'll get some funky time after.
Yeah, I mean, I know someone stumbled onto a lab there,
Mm-hmm.
and they've been talking about the Black Alchemist.
Okay. And another spiral that's going to be under my claw. Cool.
Absolutely.
Fika's just smirking, watching this whole conversation as he's walking along.
Just makes me wonder if it didn't kill you.
You know, you seem to think that I am not hard enough to survive poison like that. That's what I'm saying, right? So, takes off her gear, fight me.
You know, there's a
Fika just smirks. Yeah, do it. Yeah, do it, Shayna. Go on, throw down. Punch face it. Fuck it. Smiling as he leans back.
there's a half second.
Hey,
Like
Maeve.
there's a half second pause from Shayna as she rolls up her sleeves. All right.
Cool. Roll initiative.
Yeah, it's just Sean. Meanwhile, Sean was like, "Hey, maybe you see them over there? What are they doing?"
Yeah, Maeve like rolls around from where she's like bumped up against the wall to like look over, and it's like, the fuck. So they got like those good skies. They got the skybox seats.
Yeah, they got the skybox seats. They're even catered with Sean apples.
All right.
All right, you're going first.
All right. Shayna's going first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep it simple. Strength brawl. I'm just gonna go for a punch.
Cool.
That's 2 successes.
Yeah, roll damage.
And 1 success on the damage.
Soaked. She spends 3 rage.
And I will spend 2 rage.
She gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to hit you.
Oh boy.
You gotta dodge or take it.
You know what? I'll try to dodge. One, two.
You dodge.
Yep.
Runa, though, calls you a bitch.
Oh.
Oh, you hear it? She goes, you bitch. And she keeps advancing. Your first rage round.
All right. Gonna go for another punch. Oh. That's
Roll your damage.
2 again. 1 again.
Cool. Soaked. Here comes Runiru. 3.
I'll soak it.
Beautiful. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8.
I soak 2.
She
Or no,
hit
I
you-
soak 1.
Yeah, she pops you. What happens is, Shane, you're like, yeah, I'm dodging. Sean sees what Runa's doing. She's rolling her shoulders. She takes another doof hit to the face. Just turns it and just finally smiles as Shayna has dropped her guard. And that liver shot that she gets is boom. And Shayna, you just feel like this, your eyes water, you double down on. You're not, I'm going to say, technically you're unconscious, but you can't even, you're gasping for air. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I better go over there.
And, Felix just goes, and the winner, still the hateful Ginge, is Runa. He leans over, reaching into his jacket.
Just Sean going down the stairs like I can't leave you gingers alone for like a
Sean,
fucking second.
what are you gonna do?
I don't know. Probably just make sure that girl isn't dead. I haven't seen somebody get smacked that fucking hard since the last time I was in Soho.
But yeah, no, Felix will take out the guy's breath and slap Shane on it. Come on, big lady. Come on, up you get.
There's just a couple quick. I'm up. Ah.
The Runa will walk over and clap you on the shoulder. You did good. Socked me twice. Nice. Even though you dodged like a bitch. Should wink.
And, there's Runa gets a little wink back. Sometimes you gotta fight dirty.
Sometimes you're not going to be a bitch, though.
You know what? That's fair.
Smirking. I get it. You, Fiona, you know, you're all hooty hoo hoo hoo. Sometimes you just gotta fucking take a punch to the face, man. Good on you, though. You stood up.
Well,
You know, got in my face and did it. Backed that shit up. And so, you know, gives the Fenrir a nod like, good. Seems almost happy the fact that you were like, you know what, fuck it, let's throw down. Let's throw these hands. You owe me a drink, though, for losing. She starts to walk towards the patrol section.
oh,
That's something fair's fair.
all
I'd buy
right.
you a drink. I'd buy you a drink if you beat me.
Well, yeah, you know what? Cool.
Better not be one of them cheap ones. She's walking up the stairs. You know I hate that shit. Big's like she does. She hates that shit.
I did not, but I will not get you a cheap drink. I just, you know what? Order whatever you like. It's on me.
Big's like, don't say that.
One drink, though.
Ron just leans back. So is it one or everything? You gotta make up your mind. You're giving me all sorts of deals here.
Order whatever one drink that is to your taste, and it's on me.
Why is this complicated? But anyone drink? No, okay. She just walks up the stairs. Fake's like, you're fucked. Walking up after her.
Shayna's like, why is Shayna
Pokes her head over. I'll have a keg, please.
Oh my
One
god.
keg. You said, hey, we'll order one drink. Keg is technically one gigantic keg of mead. I would like one keg, please, Shayna.
A keg. Yeah, I can get you a keg.
Oh, cool. I'll wait. We got a long patrol ahead of us.
A dank apple crunch.
She like leans over to be like, "I'll take one keg, please. You know, one keg of mead. That's one drink. One." And I mean, even Maeve at this point kind of has the hand up over her mouth and is trying to stifle the snicker. So that's fucking beautiful.
Like, Felix just rubs the back of Shayna's head. You know, buddy, I was trying to signal you. I was trying. But you just didn't listen.
Just like,
Why do you hurt
sorry.
me? Why do you fail me, Shayna?
You might get the impression she's pretty experienced at this game.
Why are you so shit?
Yeah.
Shayna's
Oh
just
my
like,
god.
I'm sorry I didn't pick up what you were putting down.
I
I
know you
won't
seem,
let you down again.
you seem pretty thick. It's okay.
Apples.
You know, and
I mean,
Shayna-
well, yeah. I mean, Sean and Maeve will see Runa walking along the patrol section, like tapping Fiona on the shoulder, you know, give him the get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? My turn.
Jesus.
Fiona's just like, just like literally sasses it.
Yeah, you know what? Sean will finally watch these two act like anything other than the hardest motherfuckers on earth.
It's like, I'm Fiona and I'm a super fan that tries to be too cool with my swords. No, I'm Runa, and just because I got stabbed, I think I'm cooler than everybody.
Jesus.
They just give each other a respectful little pat. A good talk.
Leaving Sean with the rest of the stag gang
Yeah, Fig just
featuring Thea.
slumps up against one of the walls and just like, sitting down.
What were you doing before?
Nothing. Sleeping. What were you doing?
She just gestures broadly to the wall like this. in all its
Oh,
glory,
well,
essentially.
I hate to burst your bubble. I'm not here to relieve you. I'm a ragabash. I'm relieving Shabbat step.
God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
I see how it is.
Yeah. Maybe you just need to be doing more patrols, Maeve.
It's almost like there are other things I get up to,
Mm-hmm. Like
Like-
not patrolling.
like Chiminage,
Like
and
not
wound
patrolling.
us.
tending.
Like not patrolling. Start smiling.
They always need one
Shoots him the
theater anyway.
fucking look.
They always need one theater anyway. Because, Umbra and all that.
Wound us.
I actually haven't taken a look over there in a minute. I'll be right back.
Oh, Maeve, you have not taken a look at the Umbra. We could be bushwhacked now. Thanks, Maeve. We could be dead.
Why
What? Because
Why
of
do you
what
gotta be like
happened
this,
in the
man?
last 20 minutes?
killing me?
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Kill me.
She pulls
Good
out
thing
the
the
mirror,
fucking-
like shaking her head, like, God damn it. Because
It's a good thing the fucking Adrian is gone, man. Otherwise, they would have come over here and they would be like, why didn't you do this?
there's a glance.
Keep your fucking voice down, or listen to your shot.
We're the relief.
Yeah, there's like the glance. Wait, the Adrian isn't here. Glances in the direction Orla was in.
Yeah, we're gonna switch out for Orla.
Oh, I thought she
Oh,
switched for Fiona.
No, she was just taking the piss out of Fiona. Like, get up out of my seat. This is my seat. This is my seat.
Specifically, my seat.
Oh my
This is my
god.
patrol seat.
Sean's stupid wave at fucking like Runa's like, hi Runa.
Hi, Storm.
Yeah, Maeve steps across because the sass will continue until she's gone.
Maeve does her like actual work while these two Aruns are just being fucking dumb.
Doing the flaily arm wave. God damn. No, yeah, we'll step over and do a little bit of a walkabout just to make sure there's nothing climbing up the walls.
No, there's just some spirits that are like, oh, and then
Hey, buddy.
they don't give a fuck.
Oh, sup? Oh. Eh.
Pretty much, man. See some rock spirits that are just like, I'm fucking here. You know what I mean?
This wall is me.
Whoa, that's basically all you hear from the rock spirits. They are loving their day job, and the wind is just like, woo! And there's just this big ass fucking bird that just looks over at you. So,
The eyebrows just pop like, huh? Hey, Bob. Like,
hang on, I'll even get it.
oh, Jesus. I swear to God, if it's an osprey, Torna,
No.
I will shit myself aggressively.
It's an osprey. Open fire.
May proceeds to have a complete heart attack on the spot.
Where did you get that gun?
No,
Oh,
that is definitely not an osprey.
Just looks over. So,
oh shit! It's DMX.
just hears it in the background.
Oh my God.
Hang on.
You're actually getting the song, aren't you? Yeah, it's just the stop. Ugh.
You're late on your
Out of
patrol.
prison.
Just the, getting called out by a bird.
It's been exactly been, looks up at the sky, clicking. Big ball was there. Normally, second phase come when Squawks' fucking feathers up that way to like midway point.
Well,
It's not
I
acceptable.
will get right on that. Just whoa, a big fucking bird.
Oh, he's a big bird. He's a big daddy.
Yep, she's just gonna. You know what? She will go over there and go from there because Jesus. That is a bird. A big bird. Ugh. I guess he's the prominent spirit feature for this wall.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. He is prominent indeed.
Oh yeah, he sits up on the wall like, this is my wall. Ugh.
If there was an osprey there, we'd fucking know.
If there was an
There's
osprey there, it'd be fucking dead.
I'll put it like this: you also see another big ass fucking spirit too, a ponder that actually patrols along the wall, like trots along the wall.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
you said trots. Oh, oh God, it's humanoid.
Looks over.
She offers the bob of respect. That is big. Yeah, she gives it the appropriate, gesture of respect and makes sure that she is out of its way, so she is not keeping it from doing its thing.
Oh, like look at the second link. That's what her and the hunter spirit patrolling look like moves.
Oh Jesus! Oh. Oh my God!
But and all jokes aside, Maeve. Fuck. Do you know what I mean?
She stays the fuck out of his way.
You'll also see a number of as well, Mavelus. Number of these spirits too.
Oh, ooh!
But they look, I'll put it like this, the way they're patrolling around and all that.
The most predatory deers she's ever did see.
They look like buck. They like, the proper like male deer with the big fucking exact. You know what I mean? They look like those type of stuff. And if you've seen clips of them, those motherfuckers don't play, man.
No, they don't. Nope. Wow. Yeah, there is well, no one crossed here. Put it that way. Yeah, Maeve finally sidetracks out of her sulky to be like, yeah, I should at some point get a proper walk of the perimeter to see where. Because
You also see this
sure
motherfucker always following you in the background as well.
Aw, she always gives a fucking ton of respect to Boar.
You know.
Which, let's face it, a sign of respect to Boar is probably like the chest thump or something. It's not the little wave. None of that shit.
I mean, you always see Boar in the background. Although he's looking significantly smaller, though, since some totem points were lost. He just pods up to you, walking like the hard motherfucker that he is, Mr. Pig.
I'm so fucking thrown off by him being humanoid. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So fucking thrown.
I mean, is he human, really?
I mean, humanoid.
Vampire pig.
I mean, if he is just normal boar shaped, that would be lovely because man boar is. Oh,
I'm down for Manbor. I don't know about
Manbor
you.
don't give a fuck about your opinions of his body shape.
Manbor's very self-actualized.
But he just walks up, yo, loon bitch.
what can I do for you, boar?
We're lacking recruits.
We're already in the process.
Are you?
We are.
Snort.
Another Galliard.
He snorts. Makes a big, like the boar snort. Like, you know what I mean? I can't do it properly, but oof.
The deepest, biggest fucking piggy noise of all time. Just, huh. Another Galliard.
You doing your shit? I've been keeping an eye on you guys. You better be doing your shit.
Always.
Are you?
Of course.
You're still too skinny. You're too skinny, Looney.
It's just to look down as Maeve is Maeve's at 3s in her physicals. This is the biggest she's ever been in her life outside of Glabro.
Too skinny. Not hard enough.
There's that half second of, oh, please don't punch me in her face. Just, oh, God.
Just looks at her, kind of pretty intensely. You hard yet? You tough? Or are you still being chased around being hunted? Snort. Then does a
tougher by the day, tougher by the battle.
Uh-huh. How come I heard you crying?
Oh,
Think I don't hear that shit?
oh,
Think I don't know that
shit.
shit? Think I know that you're not too angry to hold on to your self-control? That's why I wanted to talk to you. Without any of your people to defend you. Make excuses. I want to talk to you.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow, boy.
Or I got that time for this bullshit.
Maeve has
I
been
would've friend
fucking
boy-
effectively ambushed, and I'm not gonna lie. She's not even sure. She doesn't even
Alarm.
think to like try to ditch out of it. She's just like, this is
Alarm.
happening in real time.
Just like even Sean feels the like, hey Maeve, shut the fuck up, Sean. Sean. You know what I mean?
Yeah, tell me what happened. It's like Sean's like, hey, maybe you've been there, man. Shut the fuck up. Oh,
I'll get to you later.
Oh. So what would you know for?
I want to know what you're going to do to fix it. Look, babe, I'll be real with you, little lady. I get it. Angry. I'm fucking angry, man. I'm ready to fucking go all day, every fucking day. Any motherfucker that wants to challenge me, I will fucking impale them with these tusks right in the fucking throat. Don't give a fuck. Hern the hunter, Hern the bitch. Yeah, that's right. I said it. You know, puffs his chest out at the Hern spirit.
Oh
You know, that kind of, there is a little bit of bucking, but, you know, continues.
no. Or please.
I ain't gonna go out like no bitch and no good grace in your. Any motherfucker that wants to hunt me gonna die. But
Without a doubt.
that I wasn't finished.
Maeve's never swallowed her breath faster. Just whoo.
I got the good sense to make sure that I'm a smart motherfucker. Don't let that rage get a hold control of me. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Snort.
That's where she finally was like, oh, that. It gets like just that touch pillar, like, oh.
Don't think I don't feel that in the leg?
Of course you
Don't think I know when one of my children goes too far?
It won't happen again.
Oh, I know it won't happen again. You know why?
Why?
Because you're not going. Because you poke
Who?
more like thump than
Yeah,
poke,
exactly. Oh, my entire solar plexus.
Because you're gonna prove to everybody out there that you're strong, that you're tough. You're gonna atone, but you're gonna atone through the blood of your enemies and the forgiveness of Big Papa Stag, aren't you?
Yes.
I ain't gonna abandon you. I ain't no bitch. I ain't no turncoat. But I mean it, girl. It's all very well to walk the walk. You don't keep a lid on yourself and have some control. And walking the walk and talking the talk becomes dancing the spiral.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the guilty nod, because let's face it, she hasn't known what the fuck to do to atone. Ugh.
So you atone by going out there and killing the biggest, baddest motherfucking thing. Bringing his head and slamming it right down on the side. Slam. Ooh, he even gets
Ooh.
himself wild tailed up. You know what I mean?
Gets himself all fucking shook up.
You know what I mean? Oh.
Yes. Boring.
You fucking kill the shit out of that thing.
I will.
Oh no, there won't be. I will. Don't give me that. I will. What are you, black unicorn? What are you, a bitch?
Just what? Rafe's just like, why is everybody calling me a bitch today? Just, oh.
Come on, give me the passion, big loony.
There's like that second of like pull in the breath, collect self. Whoa. I will, honored spirit.
Yeah, I'll spare my fucking ass. I'm your daddy. Just walks away, leaving you with that line.
Yeah, there's like the bow and everything. Like full respect, pulled up a little better, but just well, that was
Yeah, just fucking next thing you get is Sean. Like, what just happened?
pep talk.
Pep talk.
Pep talk.
Okay.
Pep talk. No, he walks away. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go back out soon,
I mean, yeah,
sooner rather than later.
yeah.
Yeah, she'll finish her walk and go to fade back across. Cause oh boy, that was
So what did Shane and Sean be doing while Maeve got fucking the pep talk of her life?
fucking told.
I mean, Shayna's just talking to Fiak. Actually, she'd be asking about the Wild Lords.
Why exactly are you asking?
Trying to get a feel for the different packs on Sep.
Yeah, what exactly are you asking?
She knows Rory's the Alpha.
Mm-hmm.
And so just confirming, who all's in it. And who do I need to talk to about running with you guys sometime or training with you?
You want to train with us?
Well, yeah.
Why is that?
Well, for starters, I don't have a pack. And I don't really know a lot of people here well yet.
Okay. All right. Smirking.
So, as much as my gut and my ambition are telling me what choice I should make, I want to make sure the choice I make is wise.
So you ain't following your passions then?
I mean, I'll put it this way.
No, I'm waiting to hear this.
My ambition is telling me I should join the Children of the Oak.
Okay, all right. This is the most interesting sales pitch I've seen. I like it. Hey,
Fucking Sean's just like ears in the wind with this shit. He didn't even have to call him over. He already there.
it's like, hey, buddy, pal. I totally want to join your pack, but by the way, my gut feeling though is we're totally gonna join another pack. By the way, you know.
Well, now hold on.
Hang on.
There's no holding on to the set of the Red Branch.
Finish.
It's
All
just
right,
roller
all right.
coaster.
All right, come on, let's go. This has been the I like you. You're funny.
You know, you're the right. All right, I'll sit down.
But I also want to make sure that I join a pack where
this should be good. Where what you want to join, Shada? Why?
I want to make sure the pack that I join is a pack that I will do well in, and a pack that will be better for having me in it.
Don't think the Children of the Oak are going to do good with you in it.
They might. And
Now, whose fault is that? Is that the pack's fault or your fault?
Mine, probably. Which would mean
Right.
I'm not a good fit for that pack and I should set my sights elsewhere. You know, lower the bar so I'm not tripping over it.
I'm sorry, lower the bar.
What?
No.
Oh.
I'm in the fucking driver's seat this go around.
Hey.
Lower the bar, motherfucker.
Oh, wait, Sean, you have Shayna's full attention.
Yeah,
Felix just is doing that
Yuck.
awkward, like, you know,
Rude's
that
getting
Ragabash
mad
thing where
now.
he just, like, holds up
lower
the finger and then just
fucking bar.
goes silent.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I don't even know where to start on this shit. Hey, guys, we're beneath the bar. He's like fucking looking at Fiona and them.
But Runa looks over, like, Runa, like, Fiona, like, tilts her head over, like,
Yeah, that's no fucking big. All me and Runa did was face down the fucking tower. But I guess we're beneath the fucking bar. Runa got in the guts so bad she was laid out for a week, but I guess she's beneath the bar. Fiona nearly got her fucking head cut off multiple times, but I guess she's beneath the fucking bar. I've risked my lifetime and fucking again for a lot of people right here, but I guess I'm beneath the fucking bar. What the fuck did you ever do other than come back and get yelled at? Who the fuck are you? Fucking insult people that have to climb fucking walls and get shot all fucking day? You have any idea the kind of shit I've seen in my life? I haven't even been here that long. Below the fucking bar. I should fucking slap you off this wall.
to be fair, Fiona will walk over very calmly, like, oh, the Rune's angry. Oh,
Yeah, the
even Rune is like
the Rune's
flanking
starting to
around,
freak
like,
out.
oh. You know what I mean?
I mean, if anybody could get Sean to stop, it'd probably be like, you know, like a packmate or Fiona who's like a close friend.
Fiona will walk over, like, hey, big guy, come on, over with me. Come on, it's all right. Come on, it's all right. Come on.
It's a lot like herding like a really angry animal.
He's like, come on, I want to show you something. Come on, Sean.
Yeah, she manages.
Yeah, it's a very. She's not trying to be constant. She's like, come on.
She's not like shoulder checking.
Yeah, come on over this way. Even Runa's like, come on, you big, come on. Like Runa's even play shoving you, like, come on, Sean.
I feel like Maeve's just gonna pop out of the aether, like, uh-oh.
I mean, like, yeah, because all Maeve got through the link is just like, why is heavy metal music playing?
And you just see Runa just like hip bumping Sean, like, come on, that way.
Runa's about to be like, you want to fight? Fucking fight me.
Runa just looks excited. She's like, violence! But no, she's obeying Fiona, who's like, she's just like Fiona and Sean, or Fiona and Runa are leading Sean away, like, hey, we're going over there now. Hey.
Look at this shiny new change of subject.
And Meatball Felix just looks over at Shayna with that, like, Ragabash, like,
Shayna's just... fuck.
I feel like you, don't really even know what to say there.
Yeah, fuck.
Below par, eh?
Didn't mean it like that.
To be honest, I'm more amused at the fact that you managed to piss off everybody in the room. And I didn't even need to say anything. Whew. Oh, that was good. But seriously, though, that was pretty fucked up what you said.
Yeah, I'm realizing it now. It didn't sound that fucked up in my head.
I'll put it like this, though. Sean's right. If we're below par for you, well, Miss Galliard, we already have a better Galliard than you. Who doesn't think we're below par? Pat?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you know, there's... Like, I mean, she's Sheen is obviously like she obviously looks a little disappointed, but
You look over her
she doesn't
shoulder.
seem too hurt by it,
But I hear
considering
the
what
children.
she just said.
But I hear the children he'll say in a quiet voice because Sean's a good bit away, and everybody's focusing on the big rune and calming him down. So Fiat gets to be a troll. But I hear the children of the Oaks accept rejects quicker than we do, so don't worry about it.
What are you saying there, Fiat?
What are you saying? I mean, you're the one who called my pack subpar.
You saying I'm a reject?
No, you kind of did that yourself. I mean, I thought you were going to join Sean and the boys. Oof. But then again, maybe you should find out who the children of the Oak have in their pack.
There's an eyebrow raise.
Oh, Juan, didn't do your research?
No, I did.
So feel comfortable with a McNamara at your back.
He wouldn't still be here if the Truth Catcher hadn't cleared him.
No. Like I said, they'll accept rejects quicker. Considering you can, and by the way, just to add in the salt to the wound, because you know what? Yeah, I am a Ragabash. Our totem is stag. If that's what you think is subpar. Whoo! He starts walking away with a little smirk on his face.
Oh, man. Fix said some shit. And now it's Shayna's turn to say some shit.
Go ahead.
Well, if man who saved your alpha is a reject, and that's who I'd have at my side, doesn't seem like a bad deal to me.
It's like a slow turn. What you say?
Oh, the story's not true.
All right, Shayna Cassidy. If that's how you want to play it. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. And he just keeps a very calm smile, but it's the eyes. They kind of blaze for a second when some sort of fire in them, but he doesn't buck. He just smiles really happy. If Is that your final word on my Alpha Rory MacTag? Just so I have it right.
No, actually.
Well, go on.
Met him. He's quite personable and warm. And everything else I've heard about him. He's an honorable man and an honorable Philodox.
So you trying to fucking suck my dick because you sound like a hypocritical cunt? If I'm being real.
Yeah, well, you made me mad, Fiak, and sometimes people say things in anger that they don't really mean.
Oh, you don't really mean it. Oh. Well, that's cute. You don't really mean it. So you just take back what you say like that instantly. Okay, that's fine. Let me just get my camera back because my Manicam had a shit. That's fine. You just smiled. That your final word? Anything else you want to try and insult me with?
No, I think we're done here.
Oh no, we're not done. We're not done. But you can walk away if you want.
Stand there and hold our arms out. All right.
Yeah, she just watches, like, Vic just watches. So it's up to you. I'm gonna go back on my patrol.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Oh, is it? The slow turn. Why is that? You gonna beat me up?
No,
You gonna insult my alpha?
no.
Then what? Gonna call us subpar?
No. Just,
Then
we're supposed to be here patrolling. So that's probably what we should be doing.
funny that. And Kara, there's the way he looks at you with this kind of like tilt of the head and just nods to himself and starts walking.
Yeah, man, like, Shayna gives it a minute and goes back to patrol. She doesn't know where anybody else has gone. As far as she knows, it's just her and Fiak and Maven the Umbra who are on patrol now.
Maven's presumably walking back from wherever she popped back out after doing her bit of umbral walkies.
Fucking.
So she is just making the most confused woosahs in the pack because Sean is angry and she's not really collecting why.
It's not. I'll tell you what. It's not even coherent.
Yep.
And that's what Fiona and Runa have having to deal with is just him making fucking angry walrus noises while he fucking like paces a bit.
Yeah, and I assume with her coming from the other direction, she'll see. Yep, probably even bypass Fiuk, who probably looks pissed as shit.
No, what's funny is Fiuk, in fact, you know why Fiuk's all lively and shit like that?
Mhm.
He's basically, it's like, you know, it's almost like Orla and him are like a mirror image because you're cold.
Oh, yeah, that's close enough to pissed for her. Is he doing that fucking business stride of don't fucking interrupt my shit?
He just walks down the stairs and sits down on it and just waits real calm.
There's a glance. And a look down the way.
Roll perception alertness.
And while she is just Sean like fucking what the fuck?
What happened?
Have I ever said something that bad? I don't think I have.
What happened?
I don't fucking. What the fuck, man? That wasn't even just at me. I can do it all day if it's just me, but it was everybody. That was some bullshit. It was some bullshit, Runa. It was some bullshit.
I know, Sean, but quit say stupid things. Fight her. Runa's just violence.
Runa's just violent.
No, what you should have done is actually slapped her off the wall. Happy nod.
Her. Sean, don't fight her. Fight her. Sean.
Fiona's like, Sean, just please.
Now I know what shoot the puma feels like.
This would have happened if you had shot the fucking puma, Sean.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's kind of about to be like that. Continue.
How many successes you get, Maeve?
3.
All right, put that song on the side link.
Yep. Oh boy. The boombox comes out.
No, I mean, it's kind of the effect.
They just walk in calmly down the path.
Mm-hmm. Calm as shit. Looks like they're coming on patrol.
Oh, yeah, there's just the glance. And I'm not going to lie, Maeve's just trying to figure out what the fuck just happened. She's glancing like, okay, Sean is caged over there by an Arun and a Philodox. Fiuk is not himself, and Shayna is, well, she's walking.
Shit, Shayna is fuming. Like, she is...
She's got the stompy stomps.
It's less the stompy stomps, and it's more like angry power walking.
Yeah, there's just a glance, because I think this is everyone on the wall, so the only way she's going to find out at this rate is probably getting over there to talk to Fiona and just watching the fallout. So yeah, she will carefully bypass Shayna without she will do her level best to stay out of her fucking airspace. Like, gives her a good berth because she's furious too, and Maeve needs to get past her to get to the others. And yeah, she's just gonna come up with that look at Fiona like, the fuck did the most, like, please tell me. As she's just keeping an eye because, oh, the boys be coming. Oh, they coming.
So right, you're talking to Fiona, and like Fiona's like, all right, Sean, we're going to sit there. We're not going to do violence.
Why?
I was only gone
What are
for
you getting
like,
distracted by? What's that over there?
I was only gone for like 10 minutes. What happened?
Fiona looks up. Oh, fuck.
That's.
I get the impression that Fiuk is really angry. And I feel like that is further confirmation. Fiuk is really angry. And Sean is really angry.
No. What? Like, Sean looks like it's a very much like probably what Fiona was waiting for like, I'm angry squirrel. As he's looking over the other side of the wall like, no, they're coming here. They ain't scheduled to come here.
No.
What happened?
We gotta go see what this is about. This might be important.
Sean, I think why don't we hang out for a second? They're talking to Fiuk, okay? What?
Oh yeah, you see him walk up and start talking to Fiuk.
Yeah, it's the glance to Fiona, like, help me!
Yeah, Sean, maybe it's a pack thing.
Maybe.
You hear Runa? I really hope it isn't. I could use some. Ooh. Do you know what I mean?
Runa!
What?
Runa, what happened?
Someone was talking shit.
It was the gallery, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sheena said some shit and I just lost my goddamn mind for a second.
I thought you were gonna fucking choke somewhere. I wish you did.
Why would we choke slam her?
Because you were talking shit.
She insulted like everybody but the Children Yoke, though I feel like the Children Yoke could get mad on principle.
Probably.
You know, I've rolled with them. They're
Let's-
good people.
Let's not jump all down on it. It was a mistimed statement. Happens.
Yeah. I mean, I know I've said some shit, but like, fuck, man. He just rubs his face like the.
And I put it like this: they stop talking to Fick and they start walking up the stairs.
We're about to know what this is about in like a second.
And they walk up to Shayna, very calm. Excuse me. You hear fucking Cackling Thunder's voice. You Shayna?
You know, like there's pause in there. Yes, Rhea?
Do you mind coming with us, please?
Certainly.
Oh yeah. Need to talk to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Why don't you follow me? Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Reaches over and puts his arm around and gives a pat on the shoulder. Nothing serious.
Yeah, there's a nod and she just walks along. But man, surely her eyes are down at the ground.
What are you looking so ashamed for? We just need to talk to you about something.
Of course, Rhea.
Starts walking along. So, why don't you tell me about yourself?
I'm Shayna Cassidy. I'm a
Oh, I know
Galliard.
who you are. I know who you are. I know your name. Why don't you tell me about yourself, not your name and your deed?
Well, I was born here. Lived here for about
Mm-hmm.
7 years.
Oh, you lived here, did you? Oh.
Yeah, when I was little. My dad died here about 10 years ago. So, my gran had us move back to Zilvertara with her. And we moved in with my Uncle Fergus. And he took us in, basically helped raise me and my brother.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that is interesting. Must be nice, Silver Tara.
It is.
Huh?
It's a nice place. And about a year ago, my mom died of pneumonia.
Oh, well, that's tragic.
And I changed at the funeral.
Oh, well, that's tough.
Apparently, nobody expected it.
Hmm.
You know, I was just handling things so well. They were worried about my
Mhm.
brother.
I see. Well, quite frankly, Shayna, I've got some advice for you as a Galliard from one to another. Would you like to hear it?
I'll happily hear any advice you have to give, right?
Oh, I do love it when they're agreeable. Shayna, you feel something you feel a knee in your lower back, just dunk,
Oh,
coming from behind you. Feels like your knees, like it's right in the fucking edge of the spine near the buttocks as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Feels like the wind's been sucked out of you nearly.
Yep.
You need to cock and thunder, kneel down. Can't catch your breath there, can you?
She'll shake her head.
You lift her, then he just grabs you by the hair and just yanks you up so you just look at him directly in the face. You've lived here. You understand here. But yet we're not good enough for you and insulting my alpha. It's no way to behave. Especially when we let you back in.
There's a nod.
Now, question is, Shayna O'Cassidy. Whose brother's here, if I'm remembering correct?
Nod.
Oh, coming to seek hospitality off us. You feel something crack into your ribs that feels like steel.
Ooh.
I'm going to keep this narrative because I'm not going to slap dice against the wall. That, I'll put it like this. Murtagh cracked 2 of your ribs with brass knuckles. So I'm going to put this very fucking simple, Sheena. If you ever insult my alpha like that again, or even hint that we're subpar by your fucking pathetic self-pitying standards, I'll keep your brother in black. For his mourning. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, Raya.
No, I don't think you do. Murtagh, hit her again. Boom! I mean, he hit you again in that same place. With those brass knuckles. Sean, you see it, just Jesus. Now, Shayna. You still conscious, Shayna? Slaps your face a bit.
Yeah.
I notice you're not so big now. Were you afraid? It's an honest question.
Yes, Raya.
See, I wouldn't have letting him hit you if he had bucked at me and, you know what, stood by your conviction. You know what, I might even respected it. Might have given you a slap, of course, because, you know, you have to slap kids who are wayward sometimes. But shriveling up like a piece of shrimp, that just makes me mad. But all settled now. Question is, Shayna, I could, give you a shame deed name if I felt so vindictive, but I'm not cruel. Instead, you ever been taxed before? Or do you know what a tax is?
Like taxes you pay?
Something like that. Your head gets cracked against one of the stone walls.
Oh, she sees stars.
Oh yeah, you do, definitely. You collapse onto the ground. You'll look down. You're getting taxed, which means you owe me, seeing as I'm the acting beta, a favor. Meaning, when I say jump, you say, what?
Yes, Raya.
Perfect. So, I'm glad we sorted this bit of unpleasantness. And if I hear any word about no one being good enough, rumors and insults about my Raya, and more importantly, blatant disrespect to a place that you came from. Lifts up her thing, lifts up your chin. Those teeth would make a fine necklace. We could always use an Omega. Maybe you'll do better than the Metas. And how does Shayna react to that? I'll put it like that. That's an intimidation. I'll roll for this intimidation check. I'll put it like that. This time I'll roll. I'll just roll this. There you go, Shayna. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 successes. Hinting that he'll make you like a Metis Omega.
Oh, there is like everything about her body is just it's fair. It's fair.
Then you get smacked around one or two twice times, and then Murtagh will look over at Sean, Maeve, all the Cleats. Now, does anyone have a fucking problem with what we just did?
Oh man, did he just throw Sean bait out there?
I'll put it like this. They walked over, and Cackling Thunder was loud as fuck what he said. Disrespecting Pax, disrespecting this. And then he basically said, if you continue to do this, I'll make you my Omega. And then Murtagh held up a very bloody-looking Shayna going, does anyone have a fucking problem with what we did?
I'm gonna give you a chance, maybe. You can see it on Sean's face, like this ain't right.
I mean, glancing again, Maeve hasn't actually heard what was said, so she's glancing to the other two as well to try to figure out what's going on. Though for the moment, she kind of like sets a hand on his shoulder, like the hold on.
I mean, Fiona will lean over, whispering to Sean, why are you trying to pick a fight with them?
Ain't fair, man.
It ain't fair. She can't get smacked around for talking shit. That ain't fair.
Not that they did it, it's the way it went down.
Sean, are you fucking stupid?
I mean, she ain't the fucking smartest, but
You then shut up and don't say a thing. Sometimes consequences come. And if you go out there and fight them, are you really going to put your neck on the line for someone who just said you weren't worth it?
yeah, Sean turns away. Like, he doesn't say nothing, but he's not going down there.
And she'll lean in. Wait till they leave, then go talk to her. But don't sacrifice your reputation for somebody else that isn't your pack. Or your friend.
He doesn't say anything. He's being a stubborn Arun. But like,
Fiona-
she obviously got through to him. He's not doing anything. But
And yeah, Fiona just rolls her eyes like, oh, for the love of, you know what I mean? That kind of tired, just,
I feel her pain. I really do.
And then Murtagh will just slam Shayna against the wall going, well then, keep that in mind. And keep the Order of the Wild Lords in the back of your fucking head. Cackling Thunder just pats his Arun on the shoulder like, there, easy. And they just start walking off along with Fiach.
Yeah, Maeve will wait.
Runa's like, that was fucking awesome.
Maeve is still just like, what did she say?
Oh, Jesus, Maeve. She looks over. She chatted shit about Annie. Annie and everything. Called everybody in the sept not worth it. Packing up with. That they were subpar compared to the Children of the Oak. Then, by the looks of things, she said more shit to Fiach. He signaled his pack, and they came in and kicked the shit out of her for talking shit.
Yeah, there's a bit of a face rub. She waits out. The boy's getting out of range. And as soon as she's pretty sure her feet won't be heard, we'll go ahead and slip over to make sure Shayna still has fucking life signs.
She does. Shayna, you're barely awake. You're missing some teeth. Your nose is broken. Your left eye socket is broken. Your ribs are cracked. They kicked the shit out of you, basically.
Yeah, I mean, Sean's lumbering over. Just like the Wild Lords want to keep people from recovering her, they would have stuck around. Go down there. Don't move her yet. Might make something worse.
No, Maeve's just hungered down over her, trying to gently, like, get around to where she can see her face, her head. Touches her cheek very lightly to see if she can get her to open her eyes.
Yo, what did I just say, Maeve?
About all Shayna can do right now, Maeve, is just spit blood when it starts to fill her mouth.
Just
okay.
there's just Sean droning next to concussion,
Okay.
missing teeth, probably multiple fractures.
Hey,
I can't get a good look at where, but judging on where they hit her, ribs, maybe even a crack lower spine.
Can you see me?
With the one eye.
Okay. I want you to focus. Keep looking me in the eyes. Focus on them.
Orbital bone too.
See if you can shift up.
Yeah, okay.
Just keep looking at me.
Shayna tries to concentrate and shift up to Glabro.
It's a painful process, Shayna, to restitch yourself. It's a very painful process.
I mean, like, she does it. She'll probably be screaming the whole way, but she does it.
I mean,
they
Runa,
would sing.
I'll put it like this. You look over at the Get Offender, she has no fucking sympathy. Fiona just watches, just with a curious glance, if anything. The Get, though, nah, man, you talk shit, you get hit. Especially talking shit about other packs. You know what I mean? That's Runa's philosophy is, oh, you asked for that.
Yep, Maeve kind of sits aside just like, oof, as that's happening. But, you know, keeps an eye to see if anything isn't knitting up properly.
No, everything knits up. It's
No,
just
it was just-
incredibly painful.
It's just an extremely thorough beating as opposed to
Oh, they
one
did-
real
they-
nasty shot.
They dismantled that girl. Like, they bet the shit out of her.
Okay. Why don't you try to sit up carefully, and if you get dizzy, I'll help you lay back down, right?
Shayna will sit up.
The second her head leaves the ground, Maeve will kind of tuck a hand behind it just in case, because if she's still concussed and starts getting dizzy and flops over, Jesus, let's not jar her cranium anymore.
Fiona is giving Maeve the kind of like, what the fuck are you doing type sus stare, you know what I mean? It's like...
Okay. She finally starts to get up. She's in an awkward spot where she knows that some shit went down. Shayna, I don't know exactly what was said, but I do want to leave you something to think about. Crouches down to get on her level again, so she can look her in the face.
Okay.
You're a member of a banner house, Shayna. And anything that you say will reflect on the house you're serving.
Yeah. Yeah, it will.
If you give her lip again when she's trying to be nice to you, I will restart what they just did.
I'll put like this rune of box, and Fiona just catches her by the hand, like, "Whoa, no!" You know what I mean?
Watch your fucking tone when you speak to her.
Not gonna lie, what little sympathy Maeve had out of sheer ignorance is fading. I know you haven't known me long, but I'm not the kind to kick people when they're down. But if you really just insulted every pack on this sept, besides the one that a Macnessa is in, you've kicked him in the shin too by doing it. And with that, she just stands up. Because, yeah, that was... brushes her skirt off. I guess we're taking fixed share too. Just kind of nods for Sean, like, come on, let's go over to this section.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking waddles away.
Angrily waddles. But no, Maeve has a limit. It's a pretty distant one, but she doesn't offer the hand up, none of that. Just checks to make sure that she's not literally going to die in her sleep. And at that point she's had a hard enough day. Go ahead and just move to the next section, kind of rubbing her face, trying to figure out what life is. Though she does glance over to Sean as she's going, and it's just probably through the link, honestly. It's just Poor's gonna be pissed.
Yeah. Is that too much? I just didn't like her talking like that.
No. Hook his arm.
Like, I mean, you went out of your way to help her, and fuck, even I felt bad for like a minute.
No.
Shit, man.
I can offer a kind hand, but if someone's gonna bite it, I'll just take it back.
It'd come better if I just beat her ass to begin with.
You good?
That is a complicated question. Orla wasn't wrong when she was talking about her ruins. I'm mad like all the fucking time.
Are you back to standard levels, or do you need to...
I'm disciplined. I got it. Takes out another apple.
I'm not going to be mad if you need to dart ahead for a bit and dart back to...
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Got my apple.
All right. Peace apples it is.
Fuck yeah, piece of apples. It's expensive, the Fuji apples.
All right. Just give his arm a squeeze. But yes.
Really nice. Jerry gave them to me.
I think my appetite's back if you've got one more.
I have a whole bag of these apples. Jerry gave them to me.
I should go meet Jerry.
Murtag skin folk. He's like my next door neighbor. Along with Murtag.
Wait. Okay, so Jerry is... Okay.
Yeah, the guy with like curly red hair, kind of down to like around the back of his shoulders. Got a bit of a beard going on.
Just kind of like a who.
Real intense stare. Jerry.
Oh, okay. I'm... let's face it, I kind of walk into your place and don't really look around.
Yeah, that's Jerry. Remember the time I was screaming? Yeah. Remember the time I was screaming? It's because I was so fucking happy because that's when he left apples. Nice guy.
Yeah, she will continue walking Sean away from the scene of the crime.
He's so serious about these apples, man.
You know what? It's keeping him distracted. Would Shayna like to have a final?
He just did that. What a great guy. What a great guy, man. Love Jerry.
Would Shayna like to have a capping moment before we probably close this?
Shayna picks herself up, dusts herself off, and sets back on her patrol.
Well, all right. So I dare say with that, we should probably end this scene before we find something else crazy to do. So thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, ST, for STing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. And we'll see you next time.